Sometimes the best thing about a figure is its accessories. You know, just wish the show was better. But that's besides the point. I think they did a good job with these Acolyte figures. Hey guys, welcome back to the YKB, Why Keep the Box Collecting, where we immediately destroy the value of our figures and free them from their plastic and cardboard prisons. Now, I know y'all see that raw sticker. It is the Acolyte, Osha, can't say that last name, not trying to. But I picked up this figure because, for the most part, those Acolyte figures seem pretty decent, and I want, like, mechanic-looking characters, and Star Wars Black Series does a good job with that. So, I found her at Ross for that $5.99 price point. Might as well see if it'll fit. Let's take it to the table. Alright, so we have this Acolyte figure over here, Osha, and it is one of my favorite boxes. I love the square boxes. Just makes it easy to look at and to like organize if you collect in box. Now here at the YKB, I need a reason to keep the box, and Star Wars Black Series boxes are very meh. So I pass on them, but you know, for anyone else, it would make sense why you would want to keep it. It looks nice. It's much better than that weird octagon, hexagon. What's the five-sided? I don't know. But it looks better than that. But let's get to the point. We're not here to talk about the box. We're here to talk about the figure. So let's get her open up and see if she's going to work for my mechanic. There she is. Alright, there is Osha. Let's get a little closer so we can focus better. There is Osha. I'm really liking the greens and the tan jacket. It really looks like this could be a mechanic character. For the most part, I think this figure is well designed. Definitely looks like the figure, the actress. And yeah, I don't have anything else to say. I got this because I wanted an extra mechanic character. It looks like the actress. The show was not very good. So let's get to the figure review. Let's look at the accessories. First up, it's her book bag. Has a thermos in it. Pretty well designed. Looks fine. Will I use it? Maybe, maybe not. The world would never know. This is her, little robot friend transformed into something she can use or something. Can't remember the name of the robot. I don't think it tells me on the box, so eh. But here's our little robot friend in person. Yeah, that's articulated. The head can move. I'm surprised they even did that. Sometimes Black Series surprises you. Not everything Hasbro does is cheap. But her little robot friend looks good. And would it be Star Wars if someone didn't have a blaster or a lightsaber? Here's hers. It's black. It's not super gummy, so it works. And I think it looks good. Alright, so we got Osha down. Let's stick this bag on her. See if it looks good. She has a lot of straps and stuff, so things do get in the way. The bag works. Little robot friend goes in here. Can it be hidden? Can this thing close? Yeah, I don't feel like pulling that out. Can this close? That can kind of close, which is cool. But I don't want to take the head off of this because I really do like this little thing. So Just gonna throw that in there because that's where she keeps it. Here's her little Game Boy. It works. It's very bright blue. And the holster for her weapon, which I think is pretty cool. It does remind me of a purse, though. But, Star Wars weapon purses sound actually pretty cool. And I like when, the Star Wars characters can hold their weapons. So, I think they did a pretty good job on these accessories. I think they actually did a very good job on these Acolyte figures. But that's besides the point. They look good. I realized I forgot to show her with her weapon in her hand. There it is. It looks weird. This little thing is amazing. It has articulation in all directions. I think this is the best part. Yeah, this is the best part of the figure. Alright, so I got Osha standing up right there. And here is some more Acolyte figures that I picked up from Ross, which you might still be able to find at this time. Maybe, maybe not. Yeah, he don't want to stand. But, looking at the characters themselves, first of all, the heights match up pretty well. The cloth materials are good. They really spent a lot more money on these figures than they do on their other brands. Because the likenesses are good, the cloth material is good, the figures, for the most part, articulate pretty well. Just wish the show was better. But that's besides the point. I think they did a good job with these Acolyte figures. And for the most part, it seems like she's no exception. At least from the amount of accessories she has. The likeness to the actress is pretty good. And just, the quality of the figure looks pretty good. But while speaking about quality, let's get into articulation. Let's see if all this raving about a figure that's basically on clearance is worth it. Back from the future here. While editing, I realized that I missed the entire part of articulation. So let's do it now. She could do a T-pose. Looks absolutely great. She has butterfly joints in here. Let's see if you can't see it real fast. So, move forward that much. Goes back that much. Single jointed elbow. These hands are ball joints. Oh, so there's not really much range she can get with these. There's really no pivot to it, which is kind of an issue. You see there. Maybe show you the other side. But it works. Goes all the way around. Can't do a full split. Leg kicks up that high. Single jointed knee, goes down that far. Boot swivel. Standard ankle rocker. And single dumbbell at the abdomen, which works. Heads 2 ball joints at the neck and at the, what do you call that, clavicle, which works. For the most part, it's decent articulations. Those ball hand joint things are absolutely terrible though. So It works. Let's see how tall she is. She is about, I'm just gonna call it 5.5, but she's a little bit shorter. Not quite 5.25, but a little bit more than that. And she's about 1.5 inches wide. So not gonna take up much room on the shelf, which is perfect for, being under a ATV or Humvee or whatever, which is the reason I got her. But let's scale her with other figures from other lines to see how she'll fit with them. There's Neck Turtle, Monster Mikey that I like to call him, and McFarlane Spawn. Loyal Subjects Aang, SH Figuarts Naruto. A much better Acolyte, Star Wars Black Series Maul, Marvel Legends Iron Man, and a G.I. Joe Classified series. She could definitely work as a child if you like kid characters, because for the most part it does look like a kid character. But I think it scales pretty well, especially for, smaller lady who's not really even that small. So it can kind of fit. You can work as a kid, it can work as a woman. It can kind of just work, which I'm more than happy with using in the collection. Just because I have it here, throw up Andor. So, yeah, will fit. For the most part, I think she's a pretty good looking figure. You you get what you pay for, and for $5.99, I feel like I got a lot. Hasbro, I feel like did a pretty good job on these Acolyte figures, better than Disney did with the show. Comes with a lot of accessories and looks good. Sometimes the best thing about a figure is its accessories. The likeness is well done, and I don't know, I kind of just feel like I'm rambling. I feel like people should pick up this figure. And with the prices, you can pick up a whole bunch of them. You can probably get every single Acolyte figure you want. But come to the YKB, like, share, subscribe, and I'm out. I'm loving her Game Boy little robot thing. And that they had accessories with it, or articulation with it too. Man, sometimes Hasbro surprises me.